48 years after the Prophet Muhammad died, his grandson was surrounded on a plain in southern Iraq and killed along with almost every man beside him. That afternoon in the year 680 is the reason a region of more than 400 million people still gets explained to you in one word: sectarian. And by the end of this, you are going to see why that one word explains far less about the wars of 2026 that you have been told, and something much more uncomfortable about who benefits from you believing it does. The Prophet Muhammad died in Medina in the year 632. He left behind a region, a state, an army, and a book. What contemporaries disagreed about, and what Muslims have disagreed about ever since, is whether he left behind a named successor. One group held that leadership should pass to the most capable and respected of his senior companions, chosen by the leading men of the community. They gathered at a place called Saqifa and chose Abu Bakr, the Prophet's close companion and father-in-law. That position over the following centuries becomes Sunni Islam, al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah, the people of the practice and the community. A second group held something different, that the Prophet had already indicated his cousin and son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talib, and that leadership belonged inside the Prophet's household, not in the hands of an assembly. They were called Shi'at Ali, the party of Ali, over time shortened to one word, Shia. Ali did eventually rule. He became the fourth caliph in 656. His 5 years in power were consumed by the first Muslim civil war. And in 661, he was struck down in a mosque in Kufa, in what is now Iraq. So far, everything I have described is a political argument about succession, not a theological one. It stays political for about another 19 years. Power passed to Muawiyah, the governor of Syria, who founded the Umayyad dynasty and moved the capital to Damascus. And when Muawiyah died in 680, he did something no ruler of the Muslim community had done before. He named his own son Yazid as his successor, hereditary monarchy. Hussein ibn Ali, the Prophet's grandson, the second son of Ali, refused to give the oath. Invited by supporters in Kufa, he set out across the desert with his family and a small band of companions. Shia tradition puts the fighting men at around 72. The Umayyad governor of Kufa sent a force that intercepted him on the plain of Karbala and cut the camp off from the Euphrates. On the 10th day of the month of Muharram, Hussein and nearly every man with him were killed. The women and children of the Prophet's household were taken as captives to Damascus. Karbala did not create the split. The split already existed. What Karbala did was make it unhealable. Because from that day, one side of this argument has a doctrine and the other side has a martyrdom. Doctrine can be negotiated, a martyrdom cannot. Every year Shia Muslims mourn that day as Ashura. 40 days later comes Arba'een, and this week, in August 2026, Iraqi authorities and the Karbala Shrine administration again counted over 20 million people walking into that one city. It is the largest annual gathering of human beings on earth, and it exists because of a battle fought 13 centuries ago. Here is where most explanations of this stop, and it is why most explanations of this are useless. They tell you the difference is a 7th century argument about who should have led. It stopped being only that a very long time ago. The real divergence is about where religious authority lives. In Sunni Islam, authority sits with the consensus of scholars, 4 major schools of law, the collections of hadith, and historically the state. There is no ordained clergy in the priestly sense. In 12-verse Shia Islam, by far the largest Shia branch, authority runs through a line of 12 divinely guided Imams descended from Ali and the Prophet's daughter Fatima. 12 verse hold the 12th Imam, born in the 9th century, did not die but entered occultation, hidden, living, and destined to return. I'm reporting that as a matter of belief because that is what it is. The consequence of that belief is enormous, and it is structural rather than spiritual because the Imam is absent. Senior living jurists, the Marjaiya, inherit a share of its authority, which is why Shia Islam has a formal, ranked clerical hierarchy, producing figures like Grand Ayatollah Ali al-Sistani, and Sunni Islam has no equivalent office anywhere. Underneath that sit the visible differences: a separate body of hadith, a separate school of law, the Jafri school, prayer times often combined into 3 sittings rather than 5, prostration on a small clay tablet frequently made from the earth of Karbala, and one correction, because you have almost certainly seen the photographs. The bloodletting on Ashura is not mainstream Shia practice. Ali Khamenei ruled it forbidden in 1994. Sistani's office pointedly declines to rule on it and directs followers to blood donation drives instead. It is a minority practice, and the fiercest argument about it is an argument between Shia Muslims. Sunni Muslims are roughly 87 to 90% of the world's 2 billion Muslims. Shia are 10 to 13%. Those are Pew Research Center's ranges, and they are estimates because most states do not count sect. Shia Muslims are the majority in 4 countries. Iran, where around 93% of Muslims are Shia, Azerbaijan and Bahrain, both about 70, and Iraq, around 67. Significant minorities live in Lebanon, Kuwait, Yemen, the oil-bearing eastern province of Saudi Arabia, and this surprises people, Pakistan and India, which between them hold one of the largest Shia populations on earth. Now look at the map again and notice the thing that actually matters: Bahrain, Shia majority. Sunni ruling family. Syria before December 2024. Sunni majority. Alawite ruling elite. It is not theology that concentrates the trouble. It is mismatch. So, the promise I made at the start, if the split is 13 centuries old, why did the Middle East not spend 13 centuries at war over it? Sunnis and Shias lived alongside each other, intermarried, and fought on the same side of most of the region's war for most of the time. The dates that changed it are not 632 or 680. They are 1979 and 2003. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution produced a state that claimed to lead Shia Islam and to export its revolution. Saudi Arabia, guardian of Mecca and Medina, answered by funding its own religious projection outward. Sectarian identity stopped being a private matter of belief and became an instrument of foreign policy of 2 governments at once. In 2003, the American invasion of Iraq removed a Sunni minority government from a Shia majority country and rebuilt the state around sectarian quotas. Al-Qaeda in Iraq that bombed Shia shrines deliberately for the stated purposes of triggering a civil war. It worked. And this is where I have to give you both framings honestly, because they are generally contested. Riyadh's position, argued for years by Saudi officials and Gulf analysts, is that Iran deliberately cultivates Shia identity into weak Arab states to build leverage. Tehran's position is that it defends oppressed Shia communities and resists American and Israeli powers in the region. What a substantial body of scholarship, including at institutions like the Council of Foreign Relations and the German Council on Foreign Relations, argues is that the rivalry is geopolitical first and sectarian second, and the both capitals reach for religious language because it mobilizes faster than anything else available. So test it against this year. The war that dominated 2026 began on the 28th of February when American and Israeli strikes killed Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei. His son Mujtaba was named to succeed him on the 8th of March. A ceasefire followed in April, and it has been breaking and reforming over the Strait of Hormuz ever since. That is the United States and Israel against Iran. There is no Sunni power on the other side of it. Syria. Since Assad fell, the worst sectarian violence has been government-aligned Sunni forces against Alawites on the coast in March 2025 and against Druze in Suweda that July, with the death tolls reportedly by monitors running past 1,000 in each case. Alawites are not 12 or Shia. Most Druze do not consider themselves Muslim at all. Sectarian, unquestionably. Sunni versus Shia, not really. Iraq. 5 months of deadlock after the November 2025 election, ending in May 2026 when Ali al-Zaidi was sworn in as Prime Minister. The fight that caused the deadlock was between Shia parties, and in the Gulf, the sharpest rift of 2026 is between Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, both Sunni. The spirit is real, it is ancient, and the theology is serious. But it is not the engine of these wars, it is the fault line. And states with ambitions go looking for fault lines because a fault line is where the least force produces the most movement. If you want to see all this compressed into a single organization, a Lebanese Shia movement armed and funded by Iran that spent this year fighting a war with almost nothing to do with Sunni Islam. Watch the Hezbollah video on this channel. It is the same argument at ground level, and it makes this one land harder. Karbala explains why this wound has never been closed. It does not explain who keeps pressing on it. Those are two different questions, and only one of them is about religion.